PraDa Live. I'm Jackie Mendez. I'm your host for today's show. Today we have a great panel. All our partners are here with us today at PraDa Live, and we're excited about it. We're going to have a lot of information for you guys. So take a look at the number on the screen. That number is 888-88-LEGAL. That's the number you want to call for your free consultation. The call is free. So give us a call. Don't hesitate. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our attorneys, our partners here at PraDa Law. First up, we have the lovely Alexis Garcia.
Thank you, Jackie. Hello, panel. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening.
And of course, the lovely Jennifer Pratt.
Thank you, Jackie. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. Hello to everyone.
And my boy, Yoel Damas.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie, and welcome everyone to the program.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that number, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call. The consultation is free. We have offices in Miami, Doral, Medellin, Colombia. Give us a call. We'll be waiting to hear from you and to give you some solutions.
That's right, Jackie. And if you happen to be watching us on social media, whether that's Facebook or YouTube, make sure you share this video. You never know who you could help by sharing this video and just making sure that someone that maybe is going through a legal situation is able to get the help that they need. And in the meantime, like Jackie says, 888-88-LEGAL, that phone number is easy for you to share. Today is Wednesday. We're talking financial situations, bankruptcy, loan modifications, and like every start, ladies, we start with some headlines, and one of those is 100 million jobs. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, so there's this new UN report that says that globally, this pandemic is going to cost about 100 million jobs that are going to be out. And I know that for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about how are things going to improve, and one of the things that we keep mentioning is just the lack of money, therefore the lack of jobs, and how this is going to affect. And not only that, but also that the different industries, the different sectors are changing. And I know that we've seen it even in the legal profession. There's attorneys that are no longer going to have a brick and mortar office anymore. They're just going to be either working from home, because with a lot of the hearings being virtual, there's really, for a lot of industries, no need to have that extra added expense.
Well, the truth is that those 100 million jobs, not most, but a lot of the jobs that the article mentioned are tourism jobs and hotel jobs and travel jobs.
Services.
Yeah, services.
And that affects us in Miami huge.
That's
huge. We are
huge.
here. You know, that's what else is Miami but tourism?
It's our bread and butter. We don't have factories. I mean, we do, but they've been faded out over the years.
But we really rely on that tourism dollar. It's
hotels, cruise lines. How big are cruise lines here for us? I mean, everything from the parking,
lifestyle,
everything,
sure.
Right? The beaches. I mean.
Well, and you know, it's concerning to see that staggering figure, because the truth is, you know, again, we're trying to be optimistic, but are these jobs really going to come back? And if they don't, what then?
And there's another report that also says that although it looks like some of these jobs are coming back right now in the United States for the August report, you know, it's basically saying to hold back and to wait and see until a couple more months, because they really want to see what these reports are going to look like towards the end of the year, and probably even after the election, to see where the holes in the different job sectors are really at.
Thank you so much, Attorney Pratt. Ladies and gentlemen, 888-88-LEGAL. That's the number. Super easy. Give us a call. We're here to take your calls. The show is also live, so if you do have any questions during this time that we're on, please give us a call. Don't hesitate.
Well, and Attorney Pratt, you know, you're mentioning this August report, which I think the headline said something along the lines of, it's not as rosy as they're making it out to be. The truth is that numbers are subject to manipulation, and I don't even mean on purpose. It's just, you know, there's different ways to slice those numbers, and I think what it really comes down to is about labeling these people have been laid off, whether they're furloughed or laid off, and a lot of these guys fall under the radar when they get furloughed, but they really, job is not coming back.
A lot of these positions that have been furloughed, an article I read back a little bit, and I think we briefly touched upon it, was that these furlough jobs, you don't know if they're going to come back. So that hasn't even been thrown into really this unemployment and job loss number, because if you're furloughed, you still, you know, have the position. You're not just there. And interesting enough, I had in my office the other day one of our clients, and we were discussing his job loss and the problem he has. And it got me thinking about the numbers. You know, unemployment depends on whether you're actively looking or you're not looking. So he was actively looking versus not looking. So that got me thinking again how skewed these numbers are and how all these errors are, because it all all just really depends on the individual and the way they define certain terms.
Now, that leads me to a question that I'm thinking, Attorney Garcia. In the bankruptcy code, or just in bankruptcies general, and again, we've talked a lot on this program on how someone could take advantage, basically, or, in other words, take advantage of their bad situation and use their current unemployment, if you want to call it that, to be able to show that in the last 6 months they didn't have the income, so they qualify for a certain type of bankruptcy. The question is, if they were furloughed versus laid off, does it matter for the bankruptcy code?
Well, no, because we're looking at the last 6 months. So if they weren't receiving any income, then the last 6 months could help them qualify to fit into this Chapter 7 or even a different type of a 13, because if there's no pay in 6 months, there's no pay. Now, what's going to happen in the future, that's not what the bankruptcy code is asking. They're taking a picture of your assets right now, your income right now when we file.
So as far as bankruptcy is concerned, it doesn't matter if technically they're still under the employed umbrella. What matters is their income in the last 6 months.
Exactly, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Attorney Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, 888-88-LEGAL. That's the number to call. Give us a call. Consultation is free.
And we've talked about on this program many times, and sometimes we sound like a broken record, but the thing is, you got to be able to take advantage and recognize almost an opportunity. If you were a high income earner, maybe someone that didn't qualify for a modification or a bankruptcy or another type of legal services that afforded you, some type of relief, but during the last 6 months your income have suffered, I'd say take a negative into a positive and do something about it today. And that's why that phone number is easy. That's right. That's why that consultation is free. That's why that phone call is free. And if you don't feel comfortable with us, call somebody else. But definitely take advantage of the current situation and the current opportunity. Okay. Now, we got to go to a quick commercial break, but please don't go anywhere. We got a lot more financial news to talk about.
And what's that number again?
888-88-LEGAL,
ladies and gentlemen. Give us a call. Again, as Attorney Dama said, the consultation is free. The call is free. Give us a call. You really don't have anything to lose. It's an easy number. We do have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with more information with our partners here at PraDa Law. So please stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Jackie Mendez, and this is PraDa Law Live. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote, ¿cómo? ¿Cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito? Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera del 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
And welcome back to PraDa Law Live. Once again, I'm Jackie Mendez. Today's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. That means we're talking bankruptcy, we're talking finances. We have our partners here from PraDa Law, and we have a lot of information for you guys. Before we get back into the conversation, the number on the screen, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call during the show. The show's live. or give us a call at any time because the consultation will be free.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
So, right before we were talking a lot of national news, and we're going to get back to some headlines Attorney Pratt had for us. But before that, I want to go a little local, and I want to talk about a headline that came out from the Miami Beach mayor, and he is moving to change the entertainment district in Miami Beach to close at 12 o'clock.
What?
Oh.
Yes, midnight.
Forever and ever?
Forever and ever.
Huh?
At 12
There goes
o'clock.
Miami nightlife and
Yeah.
everything that we've held like
Is
Miami.
it just Miami Beach or the whole Miami?
Miami Beach. This is the Miami Beach mayor. And
Right.
He came out and said, "I want Miami Beach." By the way, I'm a Miami Beach resident.
been talking about-
I hate the beach mayor. I hate him. You could send him this video.
Wait, who?
The mayor at the beach. He's horrible.
But that's what the beach is about. The beach is about the nightlife, the experience, and that's just going to ruin
All I
everything.
know is that had a lot of great 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning
So check this out.
party
So
on
in
South Beach.
in that headline, he says basically from 5th to 16th is considered the entertainment district, and it's open to 5 a.m.
Okay.
And he
5th
says,
Street to 16th Street.
yeah, that's
Okay,
correct.
got it.
And he says basically he wants the beach to be known for culture, not party.
He wants like a more
that, Mayor.
Wynwood. It sounds like he wants more like an art district, more like Wynwood-ishy.
But that's
He
open
wants
till
to
like 5 years
close it.
ago?
It is. There
Yes.
are some places
He
that are open till
says,
late.
I want to close it down at midnight.
That's absurd. That's
Now-
the craziest thing I've
Well,
ever
he'd
heard.
definitely be
Right?
taking away a lot of jobs.
Yes,
That's for sure.
yes,
And that's the
yes.
point. So you're going to announce something like this with no moral compass, with all due respect. I don't care how artsy, can I say fartsy on TV? How artsy fartsy he thinks he is. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, he's
Give him my
throwing away
name.
jobs.
I agree.
Bartenders,
He's ruining
hostess,
his
DJs.
city, his town, because it's based on that income. When he closes that down, it's just, I don't understand his
Well, I
play
mean,
on that.
well, this is what I propose. Why don't you make up a new,
Solution.
well, yeah, exactly, like a new culture district, if you want to call it that.
right,
But why take away the entertainment district and all the jobs? By the way, this person that sent me this article is a nightlife person. He's a DJ. He sent me this thing. He says, "What's going to happen to my job? I happen to DJ on the beach."
Right.
You think this is the right time to bring that type of stress?
No.
Right? I mean, Jackie.
I believe the culture district is all of Miami, no? But then when you think of a culture district, it's right across the bridge from Miami Beach, which is Wynwood, which is the
and they're
arts
open till 5 a.m.
That's right, they're open also till 5 a.m. So I don't
There's a
see
few
what the
bars that are
difference would
open till-
be.
I think like almost till 4 at least.
Whatever. It's
3,
12.
At
Yeah.
that time, it doesn't really matter.
Come
But
on.
it's well past midnight. I'll tell you that.
Closes
And-
at 5 a.m.
I know our listeners will agree.
Yeah, exactly. Which-
I know our listeners will agree. We don't leave home till 11 p.m. What do you mean you're going to shut down the bars at midnight? This is South Florida.
Every time I've gone to a state where they close at midnight, like when I've gone to
doesn't make it
LA.
anywhere.
Well, no, I have to start getting ready at like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, what in the world? I feel so weird right now. Like when I've gone to LA, I'm like, how do people
It
live
is weird when you
here?
do go to LA and everybody's closing at 2 and they're like, last call, 12:30. And you're like, wait
and
a
I'm
second.
Like, what? I just got here.
Again, not talking politics, but local elections matter. What this guy's doing to the beach, and again, I'm a beach resident. I've been on the beach for more than 15 years. To me, it's insane. He is trying to change and push forward a culture that it's just not the beach. Sure, we'll take the artsy fartsy stuff. Of course, we'll take
Put it
it.
on like 40th Street around there, and then close
Of
it there.
course,
You know, they've got that nice area 41st right
Bring
there.
more
Bring it
industry.
there, yeah.
I mean, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a bar owner.
Right.
I would be so. I mean, I can't even use the words I want to really use on this program.
Especially with
Sure.
the taxes that beach owners pay, especially with, you know.
Residents, which one?
Right.
It's everything. It's insane.
Exactly. So it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that number on the screen, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call if you have any.
And I know we got a little bit off topic, right? A little bit, but the truth, well, no, but the truth is that it affects us financially. It affects every single person that relies on the beach, from valet parkers, I mean to bus boys, to bartenders, you name it, the DJs,
beach.
entertainment.
It's just so many aspects. It really.
And the truth is that, you know, whether you want to call it a negative moniker or whatever you want to call it, the truth is that the beach is known as a party destination around the world.
If you don't want to You don't want a lot of noise past midnight. Why'd you move to the beach?
Exactly.
Why did you go to the beach? Like, I don't want a lot of noise past midnight. I live in the suburbs, you know? Like, when I want to have fun, I go to the beach. That's what you do.
South of 5th also has that residential curfew almost where you can't make too much noise, even though they do have like places like Amnesia or whatever down before 5th. But then you would move down South 5th, you know what I mean? But 5th to 16th, that's kind of known to be the party area.
And I just think, Attorney Damas, after all these months of most of these places being completely shut down, this is a huge slap in the face to everyone that's involved in that industry. It couldn't be a more worse time.
We're definitely going to get back into the conversation. We have to take a quick, short break, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up with PraDa Law Live. Thank you.
I know you're home right now asking yourself, how? How will I pay my rent, my mortgage, my bills, my credit card debt? I'm attorney Alexis Garcia with PraDa Law. I've personally helped people with financial problems over the last 10 years. I understand what you are going through. We saw people lose it all in the 2008 financial crisis. You don't have to lose it all. The consultation is free. Call us now. I will help protect what you have built. You have nothing to lose by calling us. Call us now. These are trying times. This deadly virus is affecting our health, economy, jobs, our small business owners. Bankruptcy protection may be able to save assets and immediately stop your creditors from harassing you. Small business owners, employees of business of any size, we know you need help. Call us now. We will help you get back on your feet. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the time to call.
Sé que estás en la casa ahora mismo preguntándote cómo voy a pagar la hipoteca, la renta, los biles, las tarjetas de crédito. Soy la abogada Jennifer Pratt con PraDa Law. Yo personalmente he ayudado a las personas con problemas financieros durante los últimos 10 años. Yo entiendo por lo que estás pasando. Vimos cómo la gente lo perdió todo durante la crisis financiera de 2008. No tienes que perderlo todo. Llama ahora. La consulta es gratis. Te ayudaremos a proteger todo lo que has construido durante todos estos años. Sabemos que estos son tiempos difíciles. Este virus mortal está amenazando nuestra salud, nuestra economía, nuestros empleos y a los propietarios de nuestras pequeñas empresas. La consulta es gratis. Llame ahora. Te ayudaremos a recuperarte. No esperes hasta que sea demasiado tarde. Llame ya.
And welcome back to PraDa Law Live. We've had some pretty hot topics the last segments, but I want to remind you before we get back into the conversation, that number on the screen is 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call. We're here to listen to you. We're here to find solutions. The consultation is free. We have offices in Miami, in Doral. Give us a call, 888-88-LEGAL.
Thank you, Jackie. And the truth is, we spent a lot of time, unfortunately, in this program talking about problems, and we haven't really talked about solutions. But I do want to bring one more thing up, just because it's local, and that is the Grove.
No.
Started with that BS of we're gonna shut down the entertainment district.
It's completely dead.
And that place is dead.
Even
and everything's gone to
open, everything closes there. Yeah.
Everything's gone to
Did you see
crap.
what they did to the movie theater? Like the old Fat Tuesday, the whole Coco Walk, right? It's like destroyed. I don't know what's going on there, and it's been lagging for a long time.
Yeah. So I would, if I were you and you live on the beach, I would do everything possible. Call your mayor's office. Call your elected officials. Tell them that's a mistake. That's a financial mistake, especially today. And I'm sorry to talk politics, but I really, again, I love the beach, and I think it would be detrimental to get rid of an entertainment district, and much more in such a strict way where you shut it down at midnight.
Yeah.
That there's
It's like saying, let's shut down Times Square in New York City at midnight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Not cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Right? That would.
And that is kind of what they did during this pandemic. And look at what has happened.
Broadway
People
was
have
shut
left.
down.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, a lot of people, even though they may not go out and party on South Beach, they still might like the fact that they live in that environment, and they may choose to leave. And they may say, "Why am I here? This isn't the place that I originally thought I was living in."
I can't fathom anybody going to Miami Beach for quiet, though. I just
Go to Fort Lauderdale for that.
Or St. Pete or something.
Broward, hold on. Let's not pick on Broward.
You know what I mean. I mean, usually
It's not the same.
it's not the same. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call if you have any questions, any concerns. Give us, the show's live, so just give us a call.
So we have very few minutes left, so let's talk some solutions. I guess just going off those headlines, especially the Miami Beach one, bars, restaurant owners are going to get really affected. Bar owners are going to get really affected. And your average person, your busboy, your waiter is going to get really affected. What do we do, attorneys?
Well, bankruptcy for the, the employees, the busboys, the waiters, all of, all those individuals, you can qualify for bankruptcy. The people I'm, scared for are these individual bar owners, not these huge, multinational hotel chains. They'll figure it out. But these small bars, these local bars, these individual small owners, where a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which could help you stay alive, is already hard enough for you. So when you have this situation with your income, cut even more, it's going to be so much more difficult to restructure. So now maybe with a Subchapter 5, the bankruptcy, which has been created pre-COVID, but it seems to be this whole knight in shining armor during COVID, that's something, these local owners really need to look into and really need to consider to help them out in these times.
Attorney Garcia, we haven't talked about Subchapter 5 for a while, right? And so if we could explain it to our small business owners, what it means and why is it important to take advantage now? Because some of these protections or expansion under the Chapter 5 end, right, eventually.
Right, the CARES Act expansion ends. So Subchapter 5 was created this February, right before COVID, but the CARES Act expanded it. Chapter 11 bankruptcies, really briefly, they're for large companies, and it's very hard to complete a successful Chapter 11.
And expensive.
They're complicated, expensive, and a lot of the times, if you're not a big company, you end up in a 7, meaning liquidated and losing everything. So the Subchapter 5 ties in aspects of a 13, where you have an individual trustee, and it helps a restructure go a little more smoothly and a little more easily for smaller businesses. So it caps your debt. If you have too much debt, you cannot enter a Subchapter 5. The CARES Act expanded it. So it said, look, these companies who are kind of in the middle now, because of COVID, we can put you in a Subchapter 5, okay? But this only lasts till March or February of 2021. So you need to act quick, and you need to see if this can help you keep your business alive and afloat.
And under certain bankruptcy protection, you're obviously able to stop creditors.
Absolutely.
Harassing phone calls.
Right, that's the whole point of these 11s. It'll stop you if you have problems with your lease in a Chapter 11, especially, if you have a bar with a leased premises and you can't pay the lease. The Chapter 11 is going to help you with that, and now you can only work till 12, so your income's going to be significantly reduced, so it'll stop the creditors from calling, from moving forward on UCC liens that may have been filed. There's so many things that the Chapter 11 can help you with.
Thank you so much, Attorney Garcia. Once again, 888-88-LEGAL. Give us a call.
Attorney Pratt, I always go to you right after the bankruptcy, because the truth is, even though we advocate here that a bankruptcy is not taking an L, taking a loss, the truth is not a defeat. It's a way forward. It's a way to stay on your feet. In fact, in many times it saves your business or saves your assets. But the truth is, some people just don't want to get into it.
Right.
There's ways to negotiate regardless prior to the bankruptcy, right?
That's right, Attorney Damas. We've been handling different negotiations, whether it's a loan modification, whether it's just a direct negotiation with different credit card companies, different lenders, depending on what kind of debt it is. We're taking it on, and what I see different right now versus other times is that a lot of lenders, a lot of creditors, while they may still be calling you and they still may be aggressive about collecting, filing lawsuits, they're still filing lawsuits. I do believe that they are much more open right now to they're more open to negotiate, because they realize that a lot of the issues with these bar owners are not necessarily their fault, but it's because their mayor is trying to shut them down at 12 o'clock.
That's insane.
Okay, so it's not that I don't want to work and have my bar open and make tons of money to try to pay you back. It's because I literally can't.
You're being limited, yeah.
So the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, that if you're in any of these unforeseen situations, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel bad about your situation, but act. You do nothing by staying still. You do nothing by just keeping your mouth shut and staying home and staying with this worry.
Well, you are doing something. You're wasting time. You're wasting time by sitting there sulking and feeling bad for yourself and not acting.
That's right. So all you got to do is dial that number, 888-88-LEGAL. There's no reason to feel bad about yourself. The truth is, there's plenty of people going to this, and some of these politicians are making it even worse. 888-88-LEGAL. We're going to see you tomorrow. In the meantime, have a good day, right? Good evening.
Right.
Good evening. Good evening. I don't even know what time it is anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to PraDa Law Live.